Shambho Mahadeva. We start with the usual 3 long deep breaths, followed by 3 Om chanting and Sahana Bhavatu. Sahana bhavatu sahanau bhunaktu sahaviryam karvavahai tejasvinamavitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shambho Mahadev. So we begin with feedback. What did you do yesterday, Jashoda, and what did you experience?
Ma'am, I wasn't consistent, but I was aware about the mudras throughout the day.
You kept doing something or the other?
Yes.
Okay. Did you try the
Yes,
Raktapotu Mudra? Show
Yes,
me the
ma'am.
Raktapotu. All of you, please show me the Raktapotu Mudra. Jashoda, yours has to go in deeper into your palms. If you find it difficult, do it with one hand, push it with the other one. Okay? Even Abhilasha's has to go deeper into the palm. Yeah. Don't press it. You cannot press it. Yeah. Okay. And show me the Panavayu Mudra. Yes. Uma correct. Jashoda correct. मंजू जी ठीक है, श्रुति ठीक है, एक हाथ ऐसा हो गया, राउंडेड, लॉन्ग नेल्स. Abhilasha, okay, yes, correct. So, Uma, what did you experience? Unmute.
As you told me, I tried it with Vishnu Sahasranam at around 6:30, which is normally the time I say the Vishnu Sahasranam. I don't know, because I did it for about 25, 30 minutes. I'm not too sure of the time. But then I could literally feel once I started concentrating a little more my mind, I could feel almost the pulse, like the heartbeat,
yes.
pulse,
yes.
Pulse, I could feel it. In between, when my concentration lapsed, I did not feel it also. I'm letting you
naturally.
But also one very strange thing in between, I felt as if something was going round and round and round at some point, like flow of blood.
That's what I said. The pranic energy is flowing.
Not all the time. Sometimes I felt it. Sometimes I even felt it in my leg. And then I remembered that you told me to put a kind of a doormat under my leg so that they would not touch the floor.
Good, very nice. Shruti, मंजू जी आपका ये म्यूट कर दीजिए, आपका म्यूट नहीं है.
I did that. I did the Raktapotu and this Hriday mudras, the two mudras, and I did the first one. I did. I was where my body was conscious. The second one, when I did this one, I felt dizzy and almost I went to sleep. Like I was sitting, but almost dizzy.
Okay. Dizzy, no. Was it relaxation or dizzy? You went
I
off to
think
sleep out of
relaxation.
relaxation. Yes.
I
If
think
it's dizzy,
relaxation.
you cannot fall asleep. Relaxed. Yes. Good. Manju ji, aap
मुझे अच्छा लग रहा है करके, बस खाली मेरे जो ये पाम में यहाँ पे तकलीफ है, उससे थोड़ा सा ये जो मोड़ना चाहिए ना, वो मेरा थोड़ा कम मुड़ता है, स्ट्रेट हो जाता है।
कोई बात
बाकी
नहीं,
मुझे
आप एक हाथ से करिए,
हाँ,
दोनों से नहीं होता है तो एक हाथ से उसको पोजीशन में रख के एक ही से करिए।
हाँ, दोनों से हो जा रहा है, बस हल्का सा जैसे कर्व करते समय ना ये यहाँ पेन जो
पेन
है
है,
पहले से
धीरे धीरे
वो आ
चला
रहा है,
जाए।
लेकिन सारा दिन मुझे हल्का लगता है और मतलब मन में यही है कि और करना है तो अच्छा हो जाएगा, बाकी जो प्रॉब्लम्स है वो सॉल्व हो जाएगी। दिमाग में बस एक वही चल रहा है अभी कि
हो
मेरे
जाएगा।
problem solve।
अभिलाषा?
I did Apan Vayu Mudra yesterday, so I feel little lighter. And after doing that, I couldn't get time to do the Raktapotu. So today morning, after doing my yoga, I did Raktapotu in my after yoga. So Raktapotu, I can't put my fingers; these two can't touch over here.
Long nails
So
है
I
ना?
don't. No, not because of the nail, because
Then?
this finger is coming down.
Okay, वो धीरे धीरे straight हो जाएगा. Otherwise,
Yeah.
for some time till you get the practice, use this hand to make it straight.
Okay, this
Hold
hand
it.
is fine.
Okay.
Yeah, but with this hand, it's like this.
Okay.
I can't do
Put
it
it
like
down.
this, but
Okay.
it for 10 minutes and I feel lighter in that Apan Vayu Mudra. I feel very light.
Okay. Good.
And yeah.
Teach this to your mother-in-law. Very important.
This one, Apan
Apane
Vayu.
Vayu. Yeah.
I told Papa today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So now I'll just a short recap of what we did yesterday. We learned a little about Om. Here, I'd just like to add that whatever I have spoken is the way I have understood. Anyone can have their own way of looking at it. And even the way of chanting, because the time was short, I rushed through it, but there are many different ways. मतलब beginners को हम लोग अलग तरह से कराते हैं. And किसी को health problem है तो the ratio of A, Uma is again different. अगर abdomen में problem है, we'll make the ratio 3:1:1. If the problem is in the brain or head region, we'll make it 1:1:3. So there are many, many different ways of looking at Om and chanting Om. So because of, Om, we can talk for hours. I just spoke a little bit in 15 minutes. So that's number one. Then we talked about mudras and with synchronized breathing. We talked about the two mudras that we have just spoken just now. And today's subject is very intense. It would require a lot of focus. So we are starting with today's session now. Day 3, we're talking of the mudras and Panchabhutas. For now, I will skip the message of the day because I don't want to lose time on this. Today's subject requires a lot of time and attention. We go to the next mudra. Next is, now what are Panchabhutas? सबने सुना होगा Panchabhutas, Mahapanchabhutas. These are basically the 5 elements that the universe is made of. sorry, the universe, even हम लोग, human body, plants, trees, even एक कुम्हार जो एक pot बनाता है, even that is made of the same 5 elements that this universe is made of. Now these 5 elements are represented in these 5 fingers of ours. बहुतों को शायद पता हो, नहीं हो तो आज सीख लीजिए. It is very, very important. ये है अग्नि, अग्नि तत्व. Fire element is in the thumb. I'm going to ask you, so just focus and learn it. Then we have the वायु तत्व. कल हम लोग जो अपान वायु किए हैं, वो वायु को हम लोग सप्रेस किए थे. So this you'll easily remember. 4 finger is the vayu tattva. The middle finger is madhyama, is the akasha tattva or space. And the anamika or the ring finger is the Prithvi tattva, represents the Prithvi element. The little finger is Kanishtaka, is called the represents the Jala tattva, water. Now, as you can see on the screen, ये तत्व हमारे बॉडी में बैलेंस रहने चाहिए. बैलेंस का मतलब होता है, doesn't mean each is 20%, 20%, 20%. Balance means जो उचित है, what nature has created. So, water comprises, our body comprises of 72% of water. हमारे बॉडी में ये बहुत बार सबने सुना होगा, the body comprises of 72% of water. उसके बाद है पृथ्वी तत्व 12%, स्पेस आकाश तत्व 6%, water, I made one mistake here. Jala tattva is, sorry, I've typed something wrong, I'll correct it. Jala tattva is also 6%. And agni tattva is 4%. So now when we say कि एक body में imbalance हो गया है, the original percentage is disturbed. This is the way it should be. इसमें किसी में भी imbalance हो तो disease होता है. Because there is, and all these tattvas are related to our mind and emotions. Emotions cause all the trouble in the body. Disharmony. Words like stress, जो हम लोग बचपन में कभी सुने ही नहीं थे, except for the physics class. We never knew of the word stress, which is so commonly used today even by small children. Stress, tension, disharmony, everything is caused due to mental turmoil. Mental turmoil happens because of emotions. Emotions are disturbed when there is these emotions cause this imbalance of these elements in our body. Now, please show me the Agni Tattva, fire element. Fire element कौन सा है? Yes, correct. Shruti correct. Uma correct. Abhilasha, I cannot see. Raise it higher. Yes, correct. Manjuji correct. And I cannot see. Oh, Jashoda, where are you? Jashoda, yes, correct. Okay. Now, which is the Jala Tattva? Little finger, correct. Now, after some time, I'll ask you again. Now, these Panchabhutas have tan-matras. What are tan-matras? Tan-matras are subtle essence or potential or the root energy. Because of the root energy, the creation has come. So the tanmatra of akasha tattva is shabda. Shabda is a vibration. वो generate जब होता है तो हमारे कान तक कैसे पहुंचता है? It generates much before it reaches our ears. So how does it reach our ears? It has to travel through a medium. That medium is space. And what is the organ of hearing? Ears. And how do we generate sound? Through the, bolo? Anybody? Through the mouth. शब्द मुंह से निकलता है. So the karmendriya or organ of action is the mouth, and the jitendriya or the sense organ are the ears. अगर ear, इसका मतलब ये निकालना चाहिए कि ear और mouth में अगर कोई problem है, आकाश तत्व affected है, imbalance है. So आकाश मुद्रा से वो solve हो. Are you clear on this? Any questions on this? Shabda is the tanmatra. Shabda can be heard through the ears. Shabda can be generated through the mouth. Any imbalance in akasha tattva will cause disturbance in ear or mouth. Any problem in ear or mouth means akasha tattva needs to be balanced. Then we have the vayu tattva. Vayu ko हम देख नहीं सकते. So how can you feel it? Feel is the quality of air. That's the only way to know about air. And how do you feel it? Through the skin. Through the touch, through the skin. So tanmatra is sparsha. And the sense organ is touch. Sparsha. That's the tanmatra. Agni tattva. Agni है ये हमें कैसे पता चलता है? Agni has a form. That's how we can see it. Fire, when we say कि fire is there, how do we know? It has to have a form for us to know that there is fire. So the quality of fire is form. Form means rupa. Rupa is the tanmatra. और हम form को, रूप को कहाँ, किससे देख सकते हैं? Which is the organ? Eyes. So eyes is, if any problem in eyes, you must understand it is the Agni Tattva that is imbalanced. Then we have the Jala Tattva. Quality of water is taste. And which is the organ for tasting? The tongue. So the tanmatra is rasa. Rasa is taste. And the organ is tongue. So any problem related to tongue or rasa or taste, sometimes you don't get taste of anything. That means Jala Tattva imbalanced. Then we have the Prithvi Tattva. Quality of earth is smell. We can smell the earth and we smell through our nose. The tanmatra is gandha. Organ of smelling is nose. Any problem related to nose, when you don't get a smell or any other problem related to nose, denotes imbalance of Prithvi Tattva. Now, when we are talking of Vayu and Prithvi and Jala is not जो हम अपने चारों तरफ जल देख रहे हैं और पी रहे हैं. It's the Tattva we are talking of, the Tanmatra, which are pranic vibrations. These are not the gross element. These are the pranic vibrations that have an impact on our mind and emotions. This we have to be clear. It's not the physical form that you see. Any questions on these tanmatras and panchabhutas? We shall come to the respective mudras later. But if any questions, please unmute, show your hand, unmute and talk. Yes. Yes, Umar.
Yes, actually, I want to know this Tanmatra is in what way connected to the Panchabhuta? Like Panchabhuta are the 5 major elements, isn't it? And these are the way of perception. These are the way we perceive the 5 Panchabhuta.
Yes.
Tanmatras are the way we perceive the. मतलब
Yes.
जैसे महसूस कर सकते हैं, मतलब ये पंच, हाँ,
हाँ.
और उसका ऑर्गन दूसरा है, मतलब ऑर्गन अलग है, पर वो महसूस किस करते हैं वो तन्मात्रा.
Yes. And each finger has each element, different elements. So
That
any
helps.
disturbance, we know where it is affected.
That helps. Okay. Thank you.
So when there is any excess of any element, there can be an excess of element or lack of element. Imbalance can be either way. मतलब पृथ्वी तत्व जल तत्व ज्यादा है या जल तत्व कम है. ज्यादा जल तत्व कब होता है तो इट इज इन द फॉर्म ऑफ जो बॉडी में स्वेलिंग होता है, ओडिमा होता है, एंड डिहाइड्रेशन मींस जल तत्व कम है. Like this, each tattva imbalance will reflect in different diseases, which we are coming to just now. So now we come to the Panchabhuta mudras. First is the Jala Tattva, Jala mudra. Jala by itself, I'll just give a little bit of information about Jala. Jala has its own molecular structure. Jala has its own memory. And बहुत घरों में शायद आज भी है कि हम जल जो किचन में रखते हैं पीने वाला पानी, हम लोग उसको बोलते हैं वहां एक दिया भी जलाते हैं and we offer some flowers, do some puja. Why is that? Very highly scientific. Water जो हमारे यहाँ आता है, it is coming through a lot of twists and turns and pipes and bends. Molecular structure उसका खराब हो जाता है. इसीलिए हमने जो बचपन में देखा है, पानी वो कलसी में भर के वो रखा जाता है, हम लोग तुरंत नहीं पीते उससे. The water should be allowed to stand for some time, at least 2 hours, before you start consuming it. Today we have filters. Even then, some people through the filter also fill up pots and keep it. Now, the idea of worshipping is because one is our body itself is made up of 72% of water. We have to respect water. So that is the reason we used to do this. So you can understand the importance of Jala Tattva and Jala in our life and the human body. This Jala Tattva हमारे शरीर में किस रूप में रहता है? It is in the form of blood, saliva, urine, semen, breast milk. All these are fluid forms. So when you have imbalance of Jala Tattva, what all diseases can be there? Indigestion, menstrual flow, gynecological problems, elimination problems, bladder control nahi rahega, mental rigidity, and lack of creativity. It can cause a lot of skin problems. Then, you know, it also manifests in small children who do bedwetting for very long years. They continue bedwetting. So what can Jala Mudra? This is Jala Mudra. What all it can help us improve. Jala Mudra can purify the blood because, as I said, it manifests in the form of blood also. It can help purify the blood. It can make you beautiful because it affects the skin. Dry cough hota hai jinko, tab Jala Tattva is very effective because wo loosen up hoke mucus can come out. When you have dry cough, then if you feel lack of taste, it enhances taste buds. बहुत dry skin, dehydration, cracked heels. We have cracked heels very often. And sometimes, you know, there are rectify dry mouth. कभी कभी आंख भी dry हो जाता है, बहुत ज्यादा कंप्यूटर में बैठते हैं तो mouth also becomes dry. You have burning of eyes, kidney problems, bladder problems. All these can be solved with Jala Mudra. Any questions on Jala Mudra? So we move on to the next mudra, which is the Prithvi Mudra. Prithvi Mudra is represented by which finger? Show me. The ring finger, Anamika. Prithvi Mudra. Yes. Prithvi means earth. Earth means solidity, stability, forbearance capacity. It carries weight and density. And whenever this is out of balance, you will experience fatigue, malnourishment, weakness, loss of appetite, and even skin issues. So what are the benefits of Prithvi Mudra? It increases the earth element when you do this. Any deficiencies or illness related to Earth Mudra are rectified. Restores equilibrium, trust. And it's very good for pregnancy, for pregnant women from the 8th month, not before that. From the 8th month for pregnant women, it is very good. It has been also seen that people who've had a cesarean child in the first time can have normal delivery the second time if they start this from the 8th month. It helps fetus get proper nourishment. Then for general health, it can be done for 10 minutes before your meal. It is good for other diseases like swine flu, gastric ulcers, lack of smell, weakness, dandruff, dehydration, hair growth. At the same time, it also increases positive thoughts. So negative thoughts like greediness will reduce. Any questions on this? हाँ, पूछिए.
ये जैसे ये पांचों मुद्राएं मैं कर रही थी पहले, तो मुझे ये नहीं पता, जैसे एक तो टच करके किया मैंने, सेकंड उसको यूं करके किया, फिर इसको किया, फिर इसको किया, फिर ये किया और इसको, सब पांचों को मैंने, ये मैं कर रही हूँ, लेकिन मुझे इसके अलग अलग फायदे नहीं पते हैं. बस एक बार मैंने कुछ कहीं देखा था वीडियो में और उसके देखा देखी मैं कर रही हूँ. तो मेरे को ये जानना कि इसका क्या है और इसको जो डाउन करके पकड़ते हैं उसका क्या
वो
असर है?
आ रहा है, सब आ रहा है. नेक्स्ट स्लाइड में है वही.
Okay.
Good question. So I think we restart once. There's 2 minutes left. So before we move to the next, let's restart. Shruti has any question?
Yeah, how long these should be done in the day?
Yeah,
How
that we'll
often,
come
how
to all
long?
that. We'll come to all that.
Okay.